Hello, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. Here is Aristo Curious, and welcome to my Hattrick channel. As you guys can see, I basically talk about the best online soccer game called Hattrick, and I try to help people out. So please feel free to watch my videos. If you are interested in how to save money getting a new coach, feel free to click on this video. If you're interested in how to speed up trainings, feel free to click to this video. And a video that I think is very interesting is this one: how to make money fast playing Hattrick when you start playing the game. Today we are going to be talking about a new topic. As you guys probably know, some of you guys I train playmaking, so we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about pros and cons on how to play and how to train playmaking. So whenever you start playing Hattrick, it's very important to select which strategy you're gonna have, and together with that, what is the training that you are gonna be using. In my case, I do playmaking because I like it, and there are several other reasons that I'm gonna be talking throughout this video in order to understand what I think it's a good idea and also the cons. Playmaking will train the skill playmaking of inner midfielders and wingers. It's gonna be half a rate. It's gonna be 50%. Playmaking midfielders, they are going to be trained at 100%, and then wingers, they also get trained with playmaking, but only at 50%, but still it's a good amount of rating. Also remember, midfield is considered the most important part of your team. So improving that, it is a great idea. This is the most popular training regime as well, with a 31% of hat-trick managers playing playmaking. These are the different pros that I think are important to mention in order to understand why playmaking is good. First of all, is the best overall training type, and also this is one, so that's a point over there. In addition to that, you train 10 players, though four are at half speed, which is the most after defending training. So whenever you guys create your own lineup, let's say I'm going to create a lineup for my Neo match that I'm going to have. Go to matches. So you guys have an idea. If I click on the next match that I'm gonna have, all these guys, all of them are gonna be training playmaking. This is gonna be separated because they get a 50%, and this one gets another 50%. So that's the only difference. But the guys in the middle, they're gonna get 100% trained, and that is good. That means that when you play one game and then when you have the friendly game or you have a cup game, you can swap all of these players, so you can have a total of 10 people being trained in your team, which is a great idea. In addition to that, it's also a fast way of building an effective team, as midfield is the most important area in hat-trick. Again, when you're playing hat-trick, you're going to have good midfield unless you're playing counter-attacks that you forget about the midfield. However, if you're not into that, it's very important to have possession in the midfield, so you're going to be able to score goals and transition from defense to attack. It's going to be better. So keep that in mind. It also allows flexibility in your style of play through clever use of secondary skills. Secondary skills in your midfields are very important, so you want to look into that. Let's say if you want to play long shot, you're gonna need to have secondary skills in which if you don't have them, probably it's not going to be helpful for you. What I'm trying to say here is that depending on secondary skills, you can be very flexible depending on to whom you're playing against. So it is very important to consider that when you're building your own team. Another pro that I've seen is that since playmakers are in high demand, this might make you a lot of money. So it's easy to flip players. I have been training playmaking for a long time. So if I click on my players, my best player that I have with highest TSI is Adrian Paca with 126,000 TSI. As you guys can see, he doesn't have a lot of secondary skills. I was trying to sell this player before, but again, it's giving me a lot of good ratings here. But again, if I click on, so I bought it for $16,000, and if I click on transfer compare, I would be able to make around $3 million for this guy. So this is very good. This is interesting. So I suggest you playing and training playmaking just because it's going to be easier for you to flip players, and they build kind of fast. So that is my suggestion right here. So for these particular reasons, I think playmaking is a good idea in order to train your team. And most likely when you are starting to play a hat trick, or maybe you don't have a lot of time to invest in a hat trick in order to build your best lineup. However, there are different downsides. There are different cons that you guys should consider as well. You need 10 trainees, so startup cost may be high. If I go back to my team, and here you are going to be able to see the wage of my players. So this one is getting paid $48,000. That's a lot of money. That's a week. This one is 42. This one is 41. This one is 40. This one is 30, and this one is 15. So as you guys can see, it takes some money to train playmaking. Also, of course, my players are getting better, but in addition to that, I also have around 10 players to be trained up. Yeah, also when you start training playmaking, of course, you want to build a good team, but the beginnings are always hard. So if you have 10 new players, which you want to improve them, it's going to take you some time, and at the beginning, you're going to be weak. If I click on my players and I see a filter of, let's say, the qualities of my matches that I was playing back in the day. So I went to season 74, as you guys can see. And if I click on one of the matches that I played, let's say this one, you guys are gonna see that my ratings were very bad. So it took me some time in order to get to the point that I'm right now. As you guys can see, Flickinger was a 4.5, Michael Korchak was a 4.5 as well. So it's gonna take some time. So you're gonna start very weak, but eventually you're gonna get better and better. Also, you're not going to be able to play the same midfield in league and cup matches and still train for maximum efficiency, which can limit your chances in one or the other in terms of winning the games, right? So keep that in mind. Also, always you're going to have to decide to where to put your players. If you're putting your four best midfielders in one game, which is a regular season game, then you're not going to be able to use them in your cup game. So this is important to consider. So sometimes you're going to be a little bit weak and in my opinion, it's better just to train and to focus on the regular season game because it also gives you more money and it's easier to win. But again, you're not going to be able to have a full squad for all both and all of the games. And also you need to either buy trainees with high stamina or increase the stamina share of training because playmaking skill is decreased if a player doesn't have excellent stamina. And this is very important. Whenever you are um, training playmaking, make sure that your players have high stamina. If you see that your players don't have enough stamina, you're gonna have to think about making more room for the stamina training so they're gonna get better and improve. Well, I hope that was useful. As of now, please feel free to click any of the videos that you see on the screen. I hope that was interesting for you guys. And also, if you need anything, my assistant, let me know. I am very happy for you guys to subscribe to this channel and also create interactions in the comments. So drop a comment if you're interested. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.